been playing a few different games just lately. There's been a few that took my interest, especially the remaster of Final Fantasy X, Project Cars and the new Destiny DLC. I'm enjoying all of those games at the moment, and if you saw the Final Fantasy video, I did say that I hope this game pulls me back in and then that story grabs me again. Turns out it has, and I'm really enjoying playing it, and I've really missed a good story game like that, and it's going down well for me, that one. I have done videos of all these games as well over the past week, so if anybody wants to see those, they are on the channel. I ultimately decided to come back to Battlefield 4 for a fix of multiplayer shooty action. A bit like a drug addict when it comes to first person shooters. Hands started shaking and I broke into a cold sweat, so I had to come back before I had the urge to hold up a post office. Destiny, unfortunately, doesn't quite give me that multiplayer fix. I think Battlefield 4 is my go-to. I always fall back to this game no matter what I've played. The games I had this morning I did really enjoy. I think it's good to mix things up. You can reinvigorate your interest in something if you step away for a little while. On the Battlefield news front, we are getting much closer to the so-called spring patch, which brings 4 new guns and hopefully a maps. The community map does look cool, but I'm not sure if it's going to be ready when this patch comes in. Also, the night maps have been in development now for some time, and I am really looking forward to playing those. It looks like they will add a whole new tactical dimension, and with my preferred playstyle, these maps may well just suit me. They have also announced changes to things like suppression coming in the game. And you may have seen over the last few weeks there was a little diagram on the menus that looks to me like suppression may be adjusted to be more of a long-range tactic, so that you could suppress a sniper, and then in close to medium range fights you'd be largely unaffected, or at least less affected. I like the idea of this because suppression at the moment can lead to the person with the worst aim sometimes winning the fight, especially if they are just an LMG finger planter. They are going to break the guns down and separate the ranges on them for this mechanic, those being optimal, effective, fall off and suppression. I would take a guess that optimal and effective will see no to much lower effects on suppression and random sway. It's good to see that this game's still being worked on and that they're still putting out content on it, because I have a feeling, and this is only a feeling, that Battlefront will not cater for a large chunk of the Battlefield audience. Granted, we've not seen this game yet, but there's a few things for me that as a Battlefield fan I'm not so sure about. One of those things is the third person view. I did a theory video a few weeks ago about how I thought Battlefront may pan out, and so far I seem to be pretty close on my assumptions. The third person mechanic will have to take away Battlefield's signature requirement for recoil control, but that does not remove skill from the game. The skill will be in the ability to persistently aim, which, if you've never encountered in a game, can be difficult when people are running around at speed. Some may even claim that persistent aim is a harder skill to master, because you can't just make it work by tapping or bursting a finger. Battlefield is largely a run and gun game most of the time, but I suspect Battlefront will be a run and gun game pretty much all of the time. I expect the laser travel speeds will be far slower than bullet speeds have been on Battlefield, so leads on your target are going to be really important as well, and I think they're going to be long. The reason I'm assuming that is because if you have an instantly travelling laser, the cool effect you'd expect to see from a Star Wars title would be lost. In the films you can see the lasers travelling across the screen, which leads to that effect being so cool. I suspect they will want to replicate that. So persistent aim with low muzzle and travel speeds is what I'm expecting to see, and I don't expect that's going to be easy when you're in game trying to deal with it. A lot of people don't just want a Battlefield 4 reskin, And I can understand why. However, for me, I have to wonder, is a reskin such a bad idea? Because I love Battlefield the way it is. All the way from 1942 through every game to where we are now in Battlefield 4, I've enjoyed them all. So would a Star Wars one be that bad? I guess that at the end of the day, EA and DICE are companies, and they want to try and cater for everybody to gain sales. But entire groups of people somewhere will be unhappy, as even the attempt to please everyone is bound to lead to the disappointment of many. I'm just hoping it's not me that's disappointed. Also, back to Battlefield, digressed somewhat. You'll see in the clips that I picked up the AR-160 for a few games in the team deathmatch. I don't remember this gun being this good. I remember when it first came out with Naval Strike, it was appalling. But now it's decent. It's more of a noob-friendly weapon that's easy on the recoil. It's got an average rate of fire. But if you've not picked this weapon up for a while, or not used it since that DLC dropped, go and have another look. You might be pleasantly surprised. Also, as sort of separate news, my quest for mastery, my epic quest for mastery of all the weapons, it's driving me mad, to be honest with you. 500 kills with all of the guns you hate is great fun. It has, however, given me an idea, and in contrast to the My Best Weapon series, I may controversially do a My Worst Weapon series, which is sure to create some opinions flying about. That's my ramble over for today. If you have any questions, opinions, or want to see something more specific, as always, leave a comment below. That's all for now. Have a good day.